Everybody comes to a point in their life when they want to quit. But it's what you do at that moment that determines who you are. What's up, everybody? John Royster here with Diamond Strength Systems Podcast. And my lovely guest, Abby Linchenko.
Hi.
So, another podcast coming at you. I'm yelling into the mic again, so I'll try not to yell again.
Oh, boy.
Oh, them dogs are barking, aren't they? Them dogs are... I'll tell you what. We got them dogs some dog beds a while back, and I don't know how long do you think they lasted?
2-3 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks, and they ate it and tore it up, foam everywhere.
Yep.
So that was when they were younger. So we were like, you know what? We ain't giving them beds no more. They want chewed up, they don't get a bed. So what we did was we waited and waited and waited, and a few months later we figured they outgrown that, and we went and got Callie a bed, she's our blue nose pit bull. We got Callie a bed and put it in her crate because she's crate trained and she actually prefers the crate most of the time. But Onyx, our rescue, he's a pit bull / bull terrier mix, and he's about 85, 90 pounds. And he's 2 years old, and we've only had him for maybe 3 months. But he's an amazing dog. Him and Callie get along really well. And so Callie has like a little bed in her crate, and then Onyx keeps wanting to sleep in bed with us. And it was kind of cute at first, and we liked it. But now it's to the point where like he's sleeping on our pillow. Like his head's level with our head. He's on the pillow. He is up right in between me and Abby in the bed, on his back, snoring away.
Like
and
a person.
He's
like an actual toddler who sleeps in the bed with mom and dad and just wants to be smack dab in the middle.
Every time, too.
Every time. Like he doesn't just sleep on John's side or my side. He has to sleep right in the middle to get both lovin's.
He does. And so, anyways, me and Abby are both gone today. Of course, I was at work.
I was at work.
And I was like, you know what, I'm going to bring Onyx's bed, his brand new bed, into the kitchen so the dogs have something to sleep on.
We've done this before. Early morning, whenever we have to go to the gym, we'll leave the bed in there so they have something to lay on, because who wants to sleep on the hard ground?
Yeah, but we get back by 7 or 8.
Yeah.
This time I wasn't back till noon.
Yeah.
Noon 20. Anyways, I got home, and Callie decided to tear up Onyx's bed. And Onyx watched. So we threw most of the stuffing away. And then the rest of the stuffing. So I took it in the bedroom.
I took it in the bedroom. I came home to it.
Okay, so all right. So you took it in the bedroom, but when I got home, I opened the door.
Yeah.
So Callie ran in the bedroom and freaking tore it up again. There's foam everywhere. So I just stuffed it up and shoved it back into the bed.
Oh my god.
So where are you going?
I think one of them pooped.
Better not. So anyways, beds don't last too long around this house, if you can't tell. So today, let's see here. So today we're going to be just talking a little bit about our squat seminar / class / workout type thing we did with a gym in Grayson, Kentucky called Resolutions Fitness and Training. And our friend Brittany owns it. And I contacted our friend Brittany, and I was like, hey, because she does bikini. And she does. Let me see her. Let me see if I can't find her Instagram tag real quick, so you guys can go follow her. It's bhope30. So Brittany Hope Wellman, BHOPE30. Go follow Brittany Hope on Instagram, and her gym resolutions. Let me see here. Let me see if I can find her gym.
Hey, dog.
What's her gym name?
I don't think she has an Instagram for her yet.
Yeah, she does.
Bit my tongue.
She does have an Instagram. Anyways, go follow bhope30 on Instagram. She's a bikini competitor. And what we did was I contacted her, and we drove an hour and a half down there to her gym to basically just get people involved in powerlifting. So, I don't think that gym was a very strength-based gym. I think it was a gym that was more of your average Joes, just going to stay fit. And then you have your competitors who do like the bikini and physique, and there might have even been some men there that do that stuff. Not the bikini, obviously, but the figure and all that stuff for the board shorts.
I thought you did bikini.
No, just for you.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But it was more of a average Joe / competitive bikini and figure and stuff like that kind of gym. So we went down there. Diamond Strength Systems went down there to try to get people involved in powerlifting. So I contacted Brittany. We put a post out, and there was a fee, and every person would pay the minimum fee. And then what they would get was they would get a T-shirt from us. They would get they would work out with us. So we would go down there, we'd work out with them. We would give them their T-shirt and stuff. And then as we were working out, I kind of like to talk a lot, but as we were working out, I would go over the things that has to do with the workout. So I'd go over technique. I'd go over, how you should hold the bar, how you should do this, how you should do that. And, so it was a good time. We only had
3.
Yeah, we only had 3 people.
But it's okay. It's better than none.
Yeah, but it's better than none. It was worth it. We were able to go down there, meet some good people. My mom was there, just kind of listening, because her and Brittany are friends. And Shannon, Brittany's boyfriend, was there, so had like a little audience plus the 3 that were training and stuff. So it was a good time, and I got a lot of, I guess, coaching experience that allowed me to get up in front of a group of people and do my coaching. But honestly, I felt smooth. Like, I felt like it was fine. I didn't have any issues with it or anything, And then I had Abby over here doing her recording and all that good stuff.
But you still have to edit the video for.
Yeah, I still got to edit it. But this shit takes a lot of time. And we're in the process of trying to transition to making money elsewhere full time. So I am and will not. I know I am and will. I want to be clear here. I am not going to retire from the Army. As good of an idea as it is, and I can see all of the, I know all the benefits, and I know this, I know that. I am a risk taker, and I am going to die doing what I love and what I enjoy versus playing it safe and laying on my deathbed with regrets. That's going to cause me more pain than anything else is what ifs. So we're in the process now. We got the podcast, Diamond Strength podcast. We got some new logos. We got more T-shirts coming in. We're also trying to raise money for our local dog shelter through profits. So we're not making a whole lot of money, but we do have money that we're making from T-shirts and personal training and one-on-ones and classes and seminars and stuff like that. So But we're going to try to raise some money for some local dog shelters so we can go down there and get them food and stuff. Because, a lot of times they think that they need blankets and this and that, but the dogs just end up eating it. And what they really need is food and cleaning supplies and stuff like that for the dogs.
Food, especially. I like food. Food is good for the body and soul.
Wow, man, that was so good.
I am just so tired.
So, why are you tired for? What did you do today?
What I do today, I woke up at 7. You know what?
What do you do? Tell us.
No, I don't want to tell them.
Tell me then.
No, I don't want to tell you either. King of beer. That's what it says on this cup. No, but I woke up around like 7 o'clock. Not my normal time.
What's your normal time?
Okay, I wake up around like 8:30 when you tell me you're leaving for work.
Hold on. Like, so at 8:30, what are you actually doing at that time?
Laying in bed.
All right. So you wake up. So you're in bed. You open your eyes.
Yeah.
And what do I do?
You kiss me not good night. You kiss me goodbye, and you tell me, "Okay, I have to go to work now. I wish I could just lay in bed with you and the puppies."
All right, and I kiss you and I walk away. Then what do you do? Go back to sleep. Okay,
No.
Moving on.
I don't. Anyways, so then I woke up. We had a he's trying to open a
beverage.
A beer bottle with a knife.
Listen, tell him what you did today. Don't tell him what I'm doing.
Okay. I woke up. Okay, so the gymnastics.
Can you get it out already?
I am so concerned for your own safety. Okay.
Listen, I'm the most dangerous thing in this room right now. Okay.
All right. So the gym that I work at, the gymnastics gym that I work at.
What's the gym called?
Southern Ohio Gymnastics Academy. I can't speak today.
AKA SOGA.
Yes, had a boot camp for their team gymnasts. So it's like level 2 and all the way up to level 8, and then there's like bronze, silver, platinum in between, blah blah blah. And then they had a team, or the teams from Hocking Valley Gymnastics, they came too, which is like an hour and a half away, and that was from 9 to 2:30. So that happened. Then I didn't get home till 3. I wanted to take a nap, but the dogs wouldn't stop playing and crying and whatever. Then I had to go work, and I had a class from 4:30 to 7, which is just a bunch of 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds for the entire 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. I don't know how teachers do it, because my mind was blown. I'm crazy. And then I had my own adult.
Jesus.
Then I had my own adult fitness boot camp, and only one showed up. But I'm happy that she did, because she paid for the entire 6 weeks in full. So she's kind of like, fuck, like, I paid money for me to go. I have to go, or else I'm wasting my money.
Yeah, for any personal trainers out there, or anybody that's just, maybe not ready yet, or you could even be a seasoned trainer or whatever. From my own personal experience, I would highly, what's that?
He's asking for, I'll tell you later.
I highly recommend having your clients pay up front with as much money as possible. So if you're going to do a 6-week program with somebody, try to get them to pay up front with 6 weeks. But keep in mind that once they pay you for that 6 weeks, that you now have an obligation to them. It kind of almost holds you accountable. So, if you know that you can be there, and you know that, nothing's going to stop you from training this, person or client or whatever, then cool. But if you think that, if you know you're going on vacation, or you're going to be gone for a month or something like that, then, you don't want to have that client pay you in full for a full 6 weeks, and then you can only be there for 4 weeks, and then you just kind of coaching them through the last 2 or whatever. So, but I highly recommend that you get your client or athlete to pay up front for as much stuff as they can. So if it's a year, if they want to do a year's training, cut them a nice little discount. But at least that way you get a year or like 6 months or whatever, full upfront cash monies in the hand. So, because a lot of the times, like this happened to Abby the other day, there was a client. Abby,
I think we spoke about this already.
We probably did, but I'll say it again. Abby gave this person a free session. The lady showed up, worked out. She liked the free session, so she was ready to sign up. She was ready to do her thing. The next time that she came back,
sorry,
Jesus. Next time, that stinks.
It's hot dog.
We don't eat hot dogs in this house. We eat protein. So,
hot dog.
What I was saying was fucking threw me off. So the girl showed up for her first paid session. Told Abby that she forgot her money or that a bill had to come out, and then she was a no-show for the third time, and then we dropped her as a client because time. That's one of my biggest things is time. What are you doing?
There's just something in here that I never
My biggest
seen
thing
before.
is my biggest pet peeve is time, and sometimes that when you waste time, like you don't get that time back, and that's one thing that really drives me crazy is when somebody wastes my time. So, but yeah, little pro tip: if you're a personal trainer or going to be one in the future, try to get that client or athlete to sign up for as many sessions in advance as possible. But just make sure that you're able to be there for all those sessions.
Yep.
So,
so what was I doing before is that someone from my high school, he reached out to me, and because he knows I'm a personal trainer, knows that we have Diamond Strength Systems, he reached out to me and was just like, are you good with like Excel templates for like workouts? Yada, yada, yada. And I was like, yeah, why? And he was like, can you like help me make one? And I was like, I mean, I have one done.
What's he need it for?
For his clients. It's like he just wants to get organized. That's what he said. So I'm just going to erase my exercises and everything else and just give him the template for him to write it in. It's simple. And I was like, all right.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, personal trainers helping other personal trainers. And then he'll remember that I did that for him, and then he'll maybe transfer me clients. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's always sketchy, especially in business, because everybody wants, but nobody wants to give. Nobody wants to give, and
I mean, I don't mind giving him a template to follow. Like, it's just I just erase my exercises. It's not like I'm not giving him a workout. It's more like giving him a template just to put
giving
his
him a
exercise.
blank template.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know. I know what you mean.
Yeah. So it's like simple work. It's easy.
Yeah, it's easy, but the thing is like, it's always nice to help people out, but what sucks is you start helping out and you're not getting anything in return.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say to expect things in return.
No.
But out of just like common courtesy, if somebody was to give me something, it's my natural instinct just to try to give something back to them, just to like a thank you, So.
Yeah.
But back to the squat session and stuff at Resolutions Fitness. So I showed up, 3 people. They got their shirts. So what I did was I ran them through my own warm up routine for lower body. And before we even started, I told them, I was like, hey, I'm going to show you what I do. And if you like what I do, take it and run with it. If you don't like what I do, then it's just an experience. You can learn from it. But I guarantee you that they took more than they left on the table,
One thing that I do notice that you do that I feel like you shouldn't do, or like you shouldn't like not do it so often, is that you always say like, oh, well, I do this because I'm geared. I do that because I'm geared, or whatever. Like, I don't think they like, oh, right, they get that you're geared, but how does that pertain to them? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want them to think that just because you're geared is the reason why you do these exercises or the reason why you do these things, but just make it relatable to them instead. So that
I know what you're talking about, but when I tell them, so regardless if you're a geared lifter or a raw lifter, the training remains the same.
Yeah.
But there are certain exercises that I do that are that pertain more to a geared lifter versus a raw lifter.
Yeah. So
a raw lifter, they need to have that power and that explosiveness out of the hole. Mm-hmm. I need to have the same, but, I have freaking Kevlar bomb suit on, basically, is what it is. And so I have the bench shirt on. I got the briefs and the squat suit and the knee wraps on. I got a little bit of help down in the hole.
Yeah.
So, I need to work on more explosiveness out of the hole. They need to be working on more power out of the hole. Whether I'm wording that right, I don't know. But so sometimes, like, I'll just explain to them, hey, I'm doing this because I'm a gear lifter, okay? Like, I want to work my top end of my bench, more than my bottom end.
Yeah, but you're explaining it to an exercise that they're doing at that second. Like, so, like, say, Devin, for example, he's your client. And when you explain things to him, you always say, I do this because I'm geared. But to him, I don't want him to think that, like, oh, well, I'm not geared, so is this going to help me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In that kind of sense, because he's asking you a question about the exercise, so I don't want that to turn him away from being like, well, should I be doing this? Like, even though it's in my program, you know what I mean?
Well,
like, yeah, it makes...
I get what you're saying. But I don't think, maybe I do, but I just don't think I do it as much as
no, I hear it all the time. I hear it all the time.
But, I mean, regardless if you're a geared or raw lifter, your training stays the same. There's going to be a few exercises here or there that's going to, you're going to have more of or whatever, but your training stays the same. So, back to the squat session. We went down there, and one of the biggest common mistakes that I seen were individuals. It was the individual's descent. And what I mean is, I had a female there who was a bikini, maybe figure athlete, and, she did things a certain way. She was good, she was fit, but she works out a certain way because her goals are a little different than mine. And she kind of had her own little squat routine and stuff done. Her form wasn't bad. It was pretty good. I did change a few things on it. But a common thing that I seen with that group that I had, they all just kind of went straight down. A lot of quads, knees way over their toes, heels coming up off the ground on the squats. And, I had to change their body, change their position, and try to get them to sit back a little further, and using the glutes and using the hamstrings and the hips and the back and all that good stuff. So what I did was I took a bench or a chair and I placed it underneath the person squatting. So it's kind of like it was a box squat is what it was. So they had a little bit of little bit of room to work with. So when I'd sit them down on the box, and I would position their body on the box as it should be placed if they're just at the bottom of a squat. So if you were to take that box away, they would be able to stay in that position because of their position and the way their body is and the tightness of the body and the muscles and all that good stuff. So, I'd sit them on the box and I'd put them in the position that they needed to be in, and then I would have them stand up, and I'd be like, all right, so you're in a good position. Let's go ahead and do a couple reps. So they started to do a couple reps, and they would go back to the same thing that they were doing before. They would, what? So they would drop straight down. They wouldn't sit back. They wouldn't use the muscles that they should be using. The knees were driving forward.
I mean, it's okay for your knees to go forward if you get in a good position. Like, if you're not...
How far are you talking about?
I mean, like, there's Olympic lifters that do it, and then I think... And honestly, it's okay.
If that's what powerlifting is not an Olympic sport.
I know, but I'm just saying, like... I've heard so many myths and stuff about your knees going forward, blah, blah, blah.
Your knees can travel forward some.
Yeah. But as long as your heels aren't coming off the ground and you have that mobility, then I think it's okay.
To an extent.
Yeah.
But when your knees are traveling so far forward over the toes that you're not able to recruit all the muscles needed for the lift, then you're shortening yourself.
There's just some people that do it like that.
It was really hard for me to try to get these clients or these individuals to really sit back, because what I was explaining to them when we were squatting, I was like, think about the muscles being worked. We're not trying to work the squat. We're trying to work the muscles. So how can we position ourselves in the best way possible to work the muscles efficiently and maximally? We want to work the muscles. We don't want to work the squat. I mean, it's going to carry over. If you work the muscles good enough, your squat's going to go up. But we weren't there to practice the squat. We were there to strengthen the muscles. So I wanted them to be in a certain position so they can get the most out of the exercise. And just a common mistake, two of the biggest mistakes I've seen were their descent, just not getting in a good position in the hole. And the second thing is not learning to push through the lift. So as the weight went up, the reps got a little tougher. They would unrack the weight, they'd walk it out, they would squat, and then as they were squatting, they'd go down in the hole, and they'd hit one rep, and it might be a little, it might be a grinder or something. So they went for a second rep, and then on that second rep, on their way up, they would start pushing, but it just wasn't, it was a grinder. It was a grinder, and it was going to take them, they were going to have to keep pushing to stand up with this weight. And a lot of them just gave up after, as soon as they stood up, the weight got just, they slowed down, the weight got a little heavy, they stalled out, and instead of driving through and trying to grind it out, they would just stop and rely on me as a spotter to help them rack it. And in powerlifting, you have to learn to strain. You have to learn to push for a long period of time, because 900 pounds is not going to move as fast as 100 pounds. So as the weight goes up, the descent and the press, what's the opposite of descent? Ascend?
Yeah.
The ascending part and the descending part, everything's going to move. The weight itself is going to move a little slower. So you got to take that into account when you're doing the exercises.
But the thing is that, like, I didn't learn how to strain for a little bit, and it's like maybe some of these people don't really do heavy, so it's kind of, it's new to them, and they don't have someone to work out with, and they're just like, all right, well, I could just rely on these safety pins, so if I can't get it, I'll just drop it on the safety pins and roll away. You know what I mean? So they never had someone like you to be like, no, you're gonna freaking push, you're gonna keep going, and I'm gonna be right there with you.
Well, that's what I was. That was the point of us going there, was trying to.
But they don't
teach them. They weren't bad lifters. It's not like I was dealing with children or nothing. One dude had freaking biceps like my legs. He was a bigger dude.
Yeah.
It's just his form was shitty, and they bailed on the lifts too soon. They didn't. They thought that, as the weight started slowing down and they weren't going to stand up with it, they just drop it and ditch it instead of, as long as this weight's going up or even staying in the same place, I want to keep pushing. Once the weight starts going in reverse, then the spotters can come in. But those were really only the two things that I noticed. What did you notice? Whether it was about the lifting or whatever. What's some things that you noticed?
I don't really know. I feel like I was paying attention and then I wasn't paying attention because, I've heard your spiel 10 million times already to 10 other people or 20 other people, so it's kind of like he does the same spiel all the time just because that's what he knows. I mean, that's what you know, so it's the same. So then, like, I kind of zone out, and I'm just like, oh, crap, I should be recording, or, oh, I should be getting this shot, or whatever, or it's like, all right, what exercise should John do next? Because there was a girl there who, like, she'll get done first, obviously, because she, like, her weight is a little bit lighter, so she can go a little faster. So I'm kind of just like, okay, what should John do next? So that way she's not sitting here for too long. And because I didn't know if that was, like, Brittany's, like, way of training her, So that was just kind of, like, my thing. Like, I kind of zoned out a little bit, and then I would talk to your mom every so often, and I'm just like, hi. But
I want to try to do that, whether it's myself or both of us. I want to try to travel a little bit and bring powerlifting, or I guess I should say strength training, to some of the more I want to say basic gyms, but I don't want to call her gym basic. I don't want to downgrade or downplay her gym, because that's not what I'm trying to do. But I want to try to bring strength training, and I want to teach individuals about strength training that might not have the right idea of what it really is or how to do it and stuff like that. So, part of my goal as Diamond Strength Systems is I want to travel, and I want to, bring awareness to strength training. And, I mean, ultimately, it's going to do better for them. Weakness alone is dangerous, and weak things break. But if you're strong, you're going to be healthier, you're going to be less prone to injury, and it's real confidence booster as the weeks and months go by, and you see some definition in the mirror, and your weight's going up, and you notice that you're losing, your size is changing, you're losing a little bit of weight and stuff like that. So yeah, like that's really what I want to try to do. I want to try to travel a little bit and go to these other quote unquote basic gyms, and just try to bring awareness to strength training, and the importance of being on a good program that's geared towards your goals. So if you're listening to this and you think that you want to have Diamond Strength Systems there to promote some of this stuff, please get a hold of us through Instagram, diamond_strength_systems, or you can email us at diamondstrengthsystems@gmail.com.
I think we have a contact button or somewhere on our website at diamondstrengthsystems.com. Jeez. You can find a way to contact us through there. If you go to our Instagram, I think there is an email button and a call button. If you press that number, you'll be calling my cell phone, only because John's at work most of the time, so will normally always answer a phone call, unless if you're a freaking telemarketer and I tell you to stop calling me and I recognize your number and I'm like, all right, stop calling me. And then they just hang up when I say stop calling me, and they're not like, oh, okay, your phone number will be disconnected from this thing. It's freaking annoying.
Yeah, it
like
sucks.
That one time, Brent.
Yeah, Brent was like cussing at this guy, and telemarketer started cussing at him back, and that was pretty funny stuff. But so at Diamond Strength Systems, old Abigail and myself, we're in the process of trying to think of like a little competition, a local competition. Actually, my mom brought it up to me, thinking about it's a competition, but it's not like a powerlifting competition. Apparently, it's known. I don't want to say worldwide, but I guess it's just like a known thing called deadlifts and donuts, or donuts and deadlifts, or something like that. So Diamond Strength Systems is going to try to get together like a cool little T-shirt or something, a cool little trophy, like a little bragging rights trophy, and we're going to try to have some kind of competition maybe once every 2 or 3 months, just to get people that aren't necessarily involved in powerlifting out in front of people, and just seeing what they're made of, just trying to get them involved in heavy lifting and the sport, and ultimately just have some fun and give them something to work for and just to watch their friends and family or whatever out there doing their thing, just trying to get strong and live a healthy life and have fun while they're at it. So, me and Abby's going to be thinking of some ideas to do.
Abby and I,
whatever. We're going to be thinking of some stuff. We're going to try to get together with some local gyms and maybe try to put something on there. What I really want to try to collaborate with some other people that's doing what we're doing, I want to try to because I'm editing the video now to the squat session thing that we did earlier, and that's going to take some time. I mean, I just don't have a lot of time. I'm trying to do 20 different things at once, as well as train and this and that. So I want to try to get back into pushing YouTube videos more often. Maybe, if I could do 3 a month, I'd be happy with that. I know that's not a lot, but I'm just going to do what I can to the best that I can and go from there. But I'd really like to try to collaborate with some other people, some other trainers. If I weren't training for a competition, then I may go and try out some new stuff with some new trainers to see if, hey, what kind of workout would you do for a heavy upper? Or, if they don't have a heavy upper, if they train it by percentages or repetitions or whatever, then, I'd definitely be down to try something new and something different. What?
I would not. I like how we train. Because there's other programs out there, which is okay, but there's other programs out there that have people squatting 4 times a week and or benching 4 times a week or deadlifting 4 times a week, and that's all fine and dandy, but it's how the fuck are you still going when you're so fatigued? You know what I mean? I feel at a point you're just gonna get so fucking tired, and then you're just not gonna want to do it. But power to all those people that still do it. But god damn.
Yeah,
I can't imagine squat. Speed squats even get me
that's our cardio,
huff and puffing. But imagine doing that 4 times a week. No.
Well, there's programs out there that are I want to say complete opposites of each other, but there's tons of different programs out there. You got to think what program is going to work best for you, and what program is going to help you reach your what program is going to help you reach your full potential the fastest and the safest. So, with these other programs out there with people squatting 3-4 times a week, benching 3 or 4 times a week, or whatever, deadlifting, whatever, I'm not a fan of it. That's not how I do my programming. I'm a conjugate lifter. I'm a conjugate programmer. And if you work with me, we're going to do conjugate. You're going to use bands. You're going to use specialty bars. You're going to use some chains. If you have them, you're going to change things up. You're going to max out every week. You're going to do a lot of fucking back exercises. And you're going to do it until it doesn't work anymore. And I can almost... I want to say? I want to guarantee that you can do that same style of programming for the rest of your life and consistently see progression and gains in the gym and on the platform. It's all based on timing and making sure you're peaking right and making sure that you're doing exercises that are not only strengthening your strengths, but strengthening your weaknesses as well. So I'm a big advocate of the conjugate method and the stuff that Westside does. Westside Barbell, I follow them a lot. Dad works out there. I want to try to go up and work out with him maybe here in the next 3 to 6 weeks. Something like that. I don't want to walk in there weak sauce. I'd like to be a little further into my training cycle and make sure I got some plates on the bar anyways. But yeah, we want to try to get together and do a little fun little competition thing, donuts and deadlifts or whatever. Deadlifts and donuts, I don't know even. I can't remember what it's called, but, have some trophy, or have a trophy, a little bragging rights trophy, and really just try to get the community involved with stuff. Some of the people that I really want to target are not only, I want to work with athletes, and I want to work with, obviously, powerlifters and stuff. But honestly, if somebody's interested in strength training, I will train anybody. I don't care if it's, a stay-at-home dad, a stay-at-home mom, whatever. If somebody wants to train, period, I'll work with them. But they got to be committed. If they start missing, they start coming up with excuses, and I want to drop them as a client. And if they just want to, go do their own thing, they can. But anybody interested in strength training or anything at all, like, I'm down to, train, because at the end of the day, everybody's got to start somewhere. Everybody's got to start somewhere, and at one point, all of these hotshot, big time, Instagram, Insta famous people were nothing. They were weak. They were small, skinny, and little, and they had no athleticism to them. So everybody starts somewhere. Some just start sooner than others. So, I'm down to train anybody as long as they put in the hard work and the effort. And it's really good. It's a really good feeling, especially when you have clients that you're training, especially for a competition, and they're just like a sponge that you'd start.
Aw, gee, thanks.
I wasn't even talking about you.
I know.
You're anti-sponge.
I am totally spongy.
You're not spongy.
Yes, I am. I take in all the criticism that you take and try to apply it, at least. Like the other day when you told me to squeeze my butt or glutes when we were benching. I did. I tried real hard.
Did it work?
I don't know. But I tried real hard.
Gotta pay attention to stuff like that.
But I take in everything that you tell me to do.
She does. She's doing a lot better than she was when we first started. But she's nowhere near her full potential. Nowhere even remarkably close.
Nope.
If she went to go stand on a mountain right now and look out as far as the eye could see, she could not see her full potential.
Because I'm blind. That is so rude.
It's not because
I can't see far to begin with.
Okay, put glasses on and then do it. There we go.
I still can't see far regardless.
Oh my gosh.
You're so funny.
Oh, you're so funny. Oh my gosh, you're so funny. Anyways, she'll get it. It'll click once she wants it to. But
you know what?
Talk
to the palm.
Here in a few weeks, she's going to be 12 weeks out from her competition, and everything's...
In a few weeks. I have...
Here in a few weeks.
Oh, shit.
You'll be like 12 weeks out.
I have 4 weeks. 4 weeks.
Here in a few.
4.
Yep. She'll be 12 weeks out from her competition, which is in October. The Halloween Havoc in Iron City Barbell in Jackson, Ohio. Jamie Balls, the guy who owns it, he's going to be running it. It's a non-sanctioned meet. It's kind of like the deadlifts and donuts thing that I'm wanting to do, just a little higher, upscaled. I'm going to try to talk him into getting some a little better equipment for competition day purposes, and especially with the warm-up area and stuff. I mean, if he has any good amount of people that shows up to this competition, he just doesn't have the equipment in the gym to support the amount of lifters and the warm-ups and all the stuff it's going to take. So, I want to pitch him some ideas. Hell, I might just buy some stuff and then
take it back.
Just use it for the competition and keep it here at the house, because here in the next
year or so. Here
in the next year or two, I want to start buying piece after piece after piece and just storing it away, just so when the time comes, I'm not going to have a big payment or a big down payment or anything on a gym. I want to be able to move into the gym a little smoother. So I've been putting money away. I mean, things been popping up. We got a vacation coming up in a week. We got my powerlifting meet coming up in 15 weeks. We got Dad's powerlifting meet coming up at the WPO in November. We got Abby's competition. So getting the dogs boarded in the kennel, and there's just a lot of payments. There's just a lot of things that happen throughout the year that you got to save up for if you want to make sure that you're staying good financially and you're not digging into your pockets too much or your monthly income. So, but once all this stuff's kind of done with and over, I want to try to start saving saving up as much money as I can.
And saving money for other things.
Like what?
I don't know.
So other things, I guess, is what she's referring to.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm just gonna start trying to save up some money, and just to make sure, that I'm able to buy little pieces of the gym here and there, so I'm not, really digging into my pockets a whole much. So yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
What you got to say?
I've got to say is that pandas are no longer endangered. You're welcome.
Look, they haven't been endangered for years.
Booger, they've been going endangered. They've been endangered. They're no longer endangered because
as of now, or I'm telling
as of a couple months ago.
They haven't been endangered for a while.
No, they literally just started being non-endangered this year.
You sure about that?
Yeah. Yeah. And velociraptors are fucking dead.
We watched. Will you could touch my leg, please?
I'm not.
We watched. What was it? Jurassic World.
World.
Well, Jurassic Park was the first one.
Okay, Jurassic World.
And then I think they came out with
a new one, but I don't know.
A second one.
Jurassic World.
I can't remember. I don't know if there's 3 or 4.
Me look.
So we watched. I believe I think there's 3, and I watched the first one a long time when I was little, and I think there's 4. Abby's gonna pull it up here real quick on her phone, and we're gonna find out.
Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom is the new one that's out. Oh my god!
But how many are there?
Okay, hold on. I'm looking. Fourth. It's the 4th one. Jurassic Park series. Here we go. Ding, 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 ding.
So there's 4?
Okay, there's Jurassic Park from 1993.
Yeah,
Then there's The Lost World, Jurassic Park, 1997. Then Jurassic Park 3 in 2001. Then we have Jurassic World, 2015. And then they have Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom in 2018. Then
there's 7 of these
there's
motherfuckers?
There's going to be a Jurassic World 3 into 2021.
Oh, shit.
Bitches.
All right. So we watched Jurassic World last night, right?
So that's the 4th one. Ow.
We watched Jurassic World last night, though, right?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. So it's kind of funny. In these Jurassic movies, I guess we'll just say that. They don't.
Wait. I would like to say that I've never seen any of the Jurassic Park or World movies besides this one. Okay, bye.
So, one thing that I noticed was the dinosaurs that they're showing in the movies today aren't it's not really what dinosaurs looked like back in the day.
Correction. You did not know that while watching this movie. You
I
figured it out.
I found out, yeah. I mean, I noticed in the movie.
Oh. I thought that's what velociraptors looked like. Because that's how they're always portrayed in any movie or any, in...
I know what you're talking...
in, The Land Before Time, they had velociraptors. And they had, little arms instead of, big-ass wings, I don't
think they had wings.
No, they had the wings for arms. That's what the little documentary thing that you watched today was.
So, anyways, I watched this documentary today referring to the Jurassic movies, the Jurassic series, and they were just upset that in these movies they don't really portray the dinosaurs like they actually looked, thousands and thousands and maybe even millions of years ago. I don't know. Not an archaeologist.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
Dinosaurologist?
It's not a dinosaurologist. I know that.
That's what I call it.
But yeah, so I don't know. I feel like I don't know who to believe. I didn't live that long ago. I don't study this shit.
I mean, why would they portray it on The Land Before Time like that? Sarah and Petrie and Ducky and Littlefoot, Like, they looked...
Okay, first off, Sarah is your stuffed animal.
No.
Sarah is not a dinosaur.
Yes, it is. That's right.
Are you serious?
That's where I got the name from. Because it's Sarah, because she's a Triceratops in the Land Before Time.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and then, like, but all of them are portrayed the same way as in the movie Jurassic World.
The movie makes them look like reptiles. And from my understanding, dinosaurs were more similar to a bird than a reptile. I mean, I'm not a dinosaurologist or nothing, but I think they resembled more of a bird. So, anyways, back to the old fitness spiel.
Look, see, her name is Sarah, and she's a Triceratops.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, cool. So yeah,
the
back
little one that's her name
to the fitness
I think it's
side of things.
the one that's named Ducky, and they always go, no.
You're a dork.
That's my favorite movie.
So, the whole fitness thing, Diamond Strength Systems, we're getting some more t-shirts in, and I've been promoting the business and the name brand pretty heavily on social media and stuff. I'm just trying to grow the name right now. At the same time, I'm trying to build up my total on the platform. I'm trying to get stronger. I mean, I can't be... I gotta walk the walk and talk the talk. I can't just preach it. That's one thing I think a lot of these Insta fame or Instagrammers, everybody's claiming, hey, I created this 6-figure business off of these 4 easy steps. Sign up today and find out how. That's all bullshit. All of their methods are probably going to say the same thing. So, if you want to do good in powerlifting, if you want to be a powerlifting coach, first you got to hit a big total. You got to act like you know what you're doing at least. You got to go train at some of the bigger gyms, go to some of the more important competitions, put up some good numbers, some solid numbers consistently. Don't just be a one-hit wonder. And then another thing that makes a good coach is how many lifters are you, able to reach out to, and how many lifters are you able to get their pro total? So if you're training 30 people and only 4 of them hit a pro total, then that ratio is probably not very good. But if you're training only 5 people and all 5 people hit a pro total, then that says a little bit more about you as a coach than the other way. So here in the near future, we're going to be pumping out a lot of content, trying to be putting some more stuff on Instagram. So go check us out on Instagram.
Ooh. On a good note, well, we're on a good note, but on an even gooder note, that's not a word, I finally found my calling. But, yeah, that's it.
Are you going to explain to us what this is?
No, I'll keep them in suspense. Dun, dun, dun.
Jesus, that suspense is flowing, let me tell you. So apparently Abby has found her calling. I guess Diamond Strength Systems wasn't enough for her.
No, you know my calling.
I know her calling. She doesn't want to tell you all, though, because we're going to wait a little bit. We got to wait and see. Make sure our ducks are in a row before we put it out there to the public. But if this goes through, this is going to be the biggest thing that's happened to the both of us. And it's going to be the biggest thing that happens. The half the biggest. Not going to be like the biggest.
Yeah.
It's going to be a huge stepping stone in the direction we're trying to go to. So be on the lookout for that. But we're going to be pushing content. If there's anything that y'all want to see or that y'all want to hear, I would love to be able to put out more informational stuff. But finding the let me take that back. Not finding, making the time for that is very difficult. Especially when you're an active duty soldier in the United States Army, and you're trying to run a business, and you're trying to take care of a house and the dogs and the bills and working out and the cars and the grass and everything else. So, yeah, because the lawnmower's broke. So, yeah, so that's what we're trying to do right now. I'm really just trying to focus on the clients that I have, myself, and promoting the name Diamond Strength Systems and making it known that what we do is we help donate to the local animal shelters to give the pups some supplies and some food and a clean environment and stuff like that. So that's really going to be my focus on the next 6 months. At least, what month is this right now? 6? Yeah, it's 6. So for the next until the end of this year.
Wow, we only have 6 more months until 2019.
Yep.
That's crazy. Where'd the time go?
Out the window.
Yeah, I know.
So that's really what I'm going to be focusing on the next 6 months is trying to grow the name brand, trying to grow the business a little bit, and preparing for this next competition. I think I said it once, but I'll say it again. My goal, what did I say, 1950 total?
Sure.
A bad day, I want to shoot for a 1880, about 1880 to 1950. My goal was a 1950 pound total, and I know for a fact that I can do it as long as I go 9 for 9, or I just get really, really strong, kind of unexpectedly. But I'm pretty sure, I guarantee it, if I'm able to go 9 for 9, and I train like I've been training in the past, and the numbers are true to themselves, that I'll be able to hit a 1950 total at 181 come my next competition, which will qualify me for the Arnold Classic 2019. But, so me and Abby heard about this from someone special, someone that's in the mix, pretty intelligent about this stuff. But apparently, Dan Daig, the guy who runs the XPC finals at the Arnold Classic, has changed the name from the XPC finals to the XPC Worlds. And apparently, only those competitions will qualify you for the Arnold Classic.
No, only the ones that Dan, whatever his name is.
Only the competitions that Dan Daig puts on through the XPC are the only ones that are going to qualify you to compete in the Arnold Classic once a year. I don't know how true that is. I would say it's true. I just don't know how long it's going to last, because I don't know why Dan Daig would do that. I mean, you got people in Oregon and freaking, out west who powerlift too, and you're going to make them come all the way out here just to do a powerlifting competition and qualify for the Arnold? Yeah. Traveling twice across country like that in the same year, once is enough. But if you're going to make them do that twice in 1 year, I don't think the results are going to be very good. I'm not saying I don't like Dan, or I'm not against Dan. I just don't think that's a very smart move. Especially in powerlifting when you're trying to build it up, I would like to see some more cash payouts, though, for like top 3 at least, like $500, $2,500, $5,000 type of deal. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Just gotta get sponsors, and it all comes down to us powerlifters keep promoting the sport and getting people involved and getting people out there and showing the public the importance of strength over weakness. So, man, I've been belching a little bit.
I wonder why.
I don't know. But it's getting late. There's our little podcast. If you're looking for online personal training,
I don't have a favorite song of the week.
Alright, if you're looking for some online personal training and you're ready to quit being a pussy and start lifting some heavy ass weight, and you're ready to take your fucking Reebok fucking elevated heeled squat shoes off and throw on some Chuck Taylors and start actually working out, contact me, John Royster, at Diamond Strength Systems at gmail.com. If you don't want to email us because you don't want to type it in, go to the search bar on Facebook or Instagram and type in Diamond_Strength_Systems. It should pop up. Our contact information is on there. and I would love to have you as a client. Prices, as of now, and I want to say this, as of the 25th of June, 2018, prices are as listed. We got $50 for the program. That's it. A month. $50 a month for a program. I'll send you 4 weeks at a time to help you get stronger. And that's it. If you want a program plus coaching, it's going to be $75 a month. 24/7 access to my phone, email, fucking call me, FaceTime me, whatever. I want to actually drop some knowledge bombs on you to help you become a better lifter. And then, if you want me to train you, like I'm actually there at the freaking gym with you 1 to 2 times a week, and this is more for the local people. If you want me to train with you a couple times a week, and you want me to help spot and help, wrap your knees and be there for a competition and stuff like that, it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but it's well worth it. So if you want some training or anything, hit me up. Prices will go up every year. Why? 1 is inflation, and 2, my prices right now are cheap as fuck. So my prices are going to continue to go up. So in January, they're going up. So if you want to get some good training from me now, and I'm not the kind of lifter who says I know everything, because I don't, but I do know a lot, and I want to try to drop as much knowledge out of my brain and into yours as possible to help you become a better lifter. And I want to continue to do my own research and my readings and seminars and things like that, so I can help be a better coach and better trainer for you. So shoot me a text, 740-464-4136. Email me at diamondstrengthsystems@gmail.com. Hit me up on the Book of Face or the gram of Insta at diamond_strength_systems. And this podcast is brought to you by
Diamond Strength Systems.
Diamond Strength Systems.
See you later, cod pastors.
See you later, cod pastors. And here's our song of the week.
Okay, bye.